So, as much as I wanted to get the rest of that Bronze to Mythic run done, I wasn't able to because I was going away for Magic 30 and the big trip inside a plan, and then I'd go to the 5th of the trip and then come back and recover. So I never did get to the second video for the Bronze to Mythic run. So I do have the first video. This will officially be the second. I did rank up to Silver. I did actually record the video, but I actually haven't posted it to YouTube. So this will now be the second. I refreshed up. We're back to Bronze 3, even though we made it quite far off that first draft. And this will be our second video officially. So here we go. Hiya! Let's hope the queue fills pretty quickly. And let's see what we draft for this particular round. So in the past ones, there have been some really, really fun drafts, so I'm excited for this one. So if I'm attempting to go Bronze to Mythic, I'll probably go as competitively as I can. On occasion, though, you'll see me just pick for fun. So I apologize for that in advance. But I love playing different decks, and so sometimes even though one deck will be the slightly more competitive one, I'll still pick either what's open, or I'll pick something that I think will be really, really fun to play and illustrate the craziness that can happen in the set. It'll be really fun. So, all right, here we go. What are we going to get here? You can do it, filled seats. You can do it. I believe in you. You are amazing. Come on. One more, you got this. Yes, good. Okay. Shauna. That will be my first Shauna to get to play with. That is not the most competitive pick in this because it does require a commitment to 3 colors and 3 separate colors at that. None of which are really represented in the lands in this. So you could make a case for Cavalier here, like this Cavalier, as opposed to that Cavalier, I believe. Nothing else is really, really impressive in this. Impulse, maybe, for competitiveness. But again, I'm going to pick the card that I think is going to be... I've never gotten to play with this card in this set before, so I'm going to pick the card that I think is going to be fun. If we don't get the support for this, so be it. I will move out of it if this is not what's available. But given the level of power that's in the rest of the pack there, I don't actually think that anything is really competing with this. And so if we get the support for it, it's going to be great. I think the more competitive picks would have been Impulse or that Cavalier. And we'll go from here and see how this goes. Ideally, what I'm picking up ideally 2 drops like the Knight, the White Knight, or even the anything that like fixes my yeah, there's the White Knight. Okay, never mind. Sunbathing Root Wall, also an option, and there's the Tangled Islet that I would want for this Shauna. That said, I'm not committed to this Shauna. This is the stronger card. I'm going to take it here. Notable other cards are that Root Wall and the Repossession on obviously this Tangled Islet, which would be really nice to wheel for this. I don't know that it'll happen. I'm going to take the strongest card. It still makes this deck no matter what. It synergizes with this because it is one of the colors, but I'm not committed to this. It's just one of the stronger cards in the pack. So we're going to go for this and have some fun. We'll see whether it works out. I'm excited. I would love to run Shauna and actually have it reliably castable. Again, if you would gain life, you gain that much life +1 instead. It does synergize slightly with the Shauna. We are looking for the Cavaliers in the air with Shauna, the one of which we saw in the last pack, the first pack. Because that again gains life when it comes into play, so you don't actually have to attack with the Shauna in order to and have her live in order to draw X cards, right? Now here, okay, this is really nice. Battlewing Mystic is really, really strong. Vine Wall's okay. Essence Scatter's fine. I'm going to take the Citizen's Arrest here. I think it is not quite necessarily as strong as this, but it is removal. And this synergizes best in a red blue shell, but it's still a fine card for 2 mana in the air. That's great. You know, blue-white flyers is a thing. I'm going to grab the Citizen's Arrest. It is removal, and I'm going to be happy about it. Essence Scatter and Battlewing, both nice. If the Vine Wall could come back, that might actually be interesting to me. So, again, we're not committed to green or blue or anything like that. I was keeping an eye on the black cards in that pack. There was Bone Splinters and a few other things that were interesting, creature-wise. So, we'll see if we can make the Shauna work. If we can't, though, I'm not going to be crazy about it. Now, it does look like this person is disconnected, and it is probably auto-picking for them, which will make my picks a little bit cray-cray. All right. So, I'm going to pick up that Cavalier that I was talking about that the gains 2 life. There is a Sunlit Marsh here, which is interesting, and a Benelish Sleeper for that. There are some blue cards that are, you know, middling, but this is a nice pickup here. I'm going to grab it. Shadow Prophecy is good if you're in the domain. Elfane Worm is a pretty strong, you know, decently strong card overall. Still filler, but still, you know, a playable card. So far it seems we're white, and we don't know, in particular which other colors we're going to go. We picked the Cavalier because it was among the stronger cards in that pack, but also it does synergize with the Shana very well. But it is also white, which the cards that we've been seeing that are strong are probably blue and white most. Some green a little bit, so that's actually really looking good for our Shana overall. Okay, so now let's take a look at this. Here the Flowstone Infusion is really good. I do like the Vanguard for go wide decks. The Joint Exploration I'm not really happy with. There's a Mana Worker that would really help with Shana, but those can usually come around a little bit later. The lands don't really help me. Which is a shame. I think I'm actually going to pick the Vanguard over the Mana Worker here, obviously, because it's a little bit earlier. I could take Wooded Ridgeline or something with a green base for the mana, but I think I'm just going to take the white signals out of the pack and move on. I'm not seeing a lot of 2-drops that I'd like to play here, but we are getting overloaded on the 3 a little bit for so far. I mean, obviously we'll want a couple more, but not necessarily that early. Alanal, okay. There's the Beachfront, there's the Artillery Blast, there's the Espionage. Those are all 3 pretty good. So far I don't have anything that makes tokens for the Queen, but I may end up getting them. I think, however, I'm actually going to prioritize this Beachfront now, because I have seen blue cards, and I would like to be able to cast them if I do get them. Additionally, this does help me with the Shana if I do get that, but the Espionage being in there is interesting to me as well. So I'm going to put this in here, and we'll see where we go from there. I would like to be able to cast my spells. Blue does look like it's had some decent open spells. I'm going to try to maximize that. All right. So Elvish Hydromancer is a good card. Take Up the Shield is a good card. It's a really nice card to protect Shana. Hydromancer itself, though, if you can get the colors, is actually a nice card to have. So there's a Pixie. There's actually a number of options. Obviously, Bone Splinter's a little late. Twinferno's a little late. I think we're not in any of those areas right now. Librarian's fine. Take Up the Shield is fine. I'm gonna grab the Hydromancer. I think it's a fine pick here. And given that we do have this Beachfront already, if we go white-green base and then have the Beachfront to splash the blue off the Hydromancer, maybe getting a kicker, that would be cool. If not, so be it. Okay, there's a Radiant Grove and a Rootwalla. God damn. Okay, and Faith Bonder's not a fine, you know, not a horrible card to follow up, you know, Shana with, like, to put before Shana. That's fine. I mean, but I'm actually really kind of torn between the Grove and the Rootwalla. I think I have to take the Grove, but Rootwalla is so strong, and I really would like to pick up good 2-drops, and that is a very good 2-drop. I think I'm gonna solidify the land first, though, because I already do have these 2 cards, and they are quite good. So we'll go from here. All right, another Cavalier. Impulse is a good one. I don't know what my second color is for now in terms of like base colors, because remember, this can be late, and it's not the worst if this is late. I'd rather it be early, but it's not the worst if the Shana is late. But this is ideally at 7. So I'm going to prioritize the white because I know that that is my primary color currently. So we'll see how this goes. I'm not upset to get a Cavalier there. Okay, Juniper Order Rootweaver and a Soaring Drake. All right. The Rootweaver is what I'm going to take here because I think the white-green actually is a lovely base for this, even over the white-blue. This is a stronger card, I think, than the Faith Bonder. I do like the Faith Bonder quite a bit. But if I can put a counter on a flyer, I'm pretty happy. So I'm going to grab this over the Soaring. And all right, here we have joined forces and not much else. Wow, the arena's borked, isn't it? Where'd it go? Hello. All right, I am losing picks probably here. All right, I don't know what happened there. All right, an Academy Wall over a Broken Wings for now. There's the joined forces. It did make it eventually. I destroyed Arena. Congratulations, me. I do think this is auto picking for them. All right, I'll pick a snare spinner. Skinner. It's a day. All right, so snare spinner. I may or may not run that. It is a fine card for opponents' flying creature. Ooh, flying creatures. Wow, this entire pack is blue and red. It is beautiful for blue and red. There's a bite down that I'll probably be taking here. But Keldon Flamesage is excellent. Infantry is excellent. Geyser is excellent. Tolarian Terror is excellent. And I mean, there's Nell, but I'm not going to be the domain deck. I'm not going to be 5 colors, etc. I'm hoping to only be 2 splashing blue, right? Currently. Whew. I mean, Geyser I could just take over Bite Down, but I mean, right now it's the... Ooh, that's actually tough. I didn't see that much green that was exciting. I did see some blue that was not terribly exciting, but okay. I'm still going to take the Bite Down. We'll see how this goes. Haughty Djinn, of course. There's the Tsar, though, which is interesting. And another Cavalier. Haughty Djinn is very good. This deck, though, green-white tends to be really, really creature-heavy. And that means that Haughty Djinn will not perform particularly well in it. If instead I go blue-white... Sorry, blue-white and splash the green... That's a little more difficult. I think I take the Tsar and potentially wheel one of the reinforcements, Rootweaver, Cavalier, or Elfame Worm. I don't think I would mind picking up a Sunlit Marsh either. I'm going to take the Tsar. We'll see how this goes. This could be the wrong choice, and it could be that I'm just supposed to be in blue. All right, we'll absolutely take the Missionary here, and I really will probably want that white-black land to wheel, or the Scout here, and I can just put a Swamp in or something. It'll help with the domain here and the Phyrexian's cost. Okay, here... Wow, okay. Rager's great. Destroy Evil's what I'm going to pick. There's a Vine Wall to help my mana. There's a Crystal Grotto to help the cost of, like, Shanna, for example, on 4. But, and there's also another Rootweaver. I'm going to take the removal. We have Citizen's Arrest and Destroy Evil now to Bite Down. Bite Down will be not that great in our deck. Ooh, okay. Oof, wow. Urborg Repossession, Sunlit Marsh, Griffin Protector. All of those I very much want. I think I have to take the Sunlit Marsh for the Phyrexian Missionary and for the domain on the Tsar. I do want this card and I do want that card. But I'm going to make sure that my land is good now. This is a little cray-cray. All right, there's the Scout, the Wilderness, and an Herbalist. I don't actually have enlist creatures currently. I didn't get them early. I chose the Rootweaver over the 1/3 enlister. So the Herbalist isn't going to do that much good. I think I take the Scout, the Wilderness here. It's a little awkward. The guys might be preferable just to protect the Shanna and etc. But I'd rather the indestructible thing to protect her anyway, so I'm gonna grab that. Whoa. All right, there's a Faith Bonder and a Sojourner. Vohar is the strongest, besides the Rager in the pack. Those two are the strongest, I think. We'll take the Benelish Faith Bonder here. I don't think Sojourner is where we're at, so we're gonna take this. Wooded Ridgeline. I mean, now I have to decide whether I am going to just be putting in some level of domain into this. I don't think I want another Join Forces. The Soul Tender's kind of meh. I'm gonna take this on spec a little bit. I don't think I want the other Charismatic Vanguard right now either. I don't have a lot of token producers, otherwise I would consider it. That's a late Frost Fist. There's also a Benelish Sleeper here, which my Sunlit Marsh might enable. It's also a 3/1, which isn't the worst to just have in the beginning. I don't think the blue is where I need to be here. We'll just go for this for now. All right, there's a Rootweaver and an Elfame Worm and a Pump. I think I'm gonna go Rootweaver and go the full white-green. That might get another one, though, but if we go really low to the ground, the Tsar gets even better, and then this can pump something else as well. The 5/4 trample wouldn't be a bad idea, obviously. Hello, cat. All right. So yeah, I think this person is disconnected and the bots are auto-picking. We'll see how this goes. So far, the lands I'm excited about are this. This doesn't necessarily make it into the deck. Alright. If I get something crazy in black, there's always a chance that I'd want this. Ugh, okay, but we'll just do that. This is an interesting draft. The snare spinner most likely doesn't make it in. Yeah, okay. 3 root weavers. We're making 3 3s or pumping other things all the way around. I would like to find the pump all your things at instant speed and 1 thing +2/+2 spell at some point. The root weavers coming around quite so frequently suggest that nobody else is in white-green in particular. Somebody might be... People are certainly in green. Somebody's in white as well, I think. Multiple people are probably in green, but somebody at least is in white as well. Ooh, Neshoba. And a queen and an Urborg. Extinguish the Light is in there too. Okay. There's a Vine Shaper Prodigy. Brawler's still good. I think we take that. I don't have things that produce tokens, so again, so Queen is not as good. I think we'll just take the Brawler and move on. Urborg is a consideration too, but we can take that. And the Snare Spinner comes out. Sleeper might not make it, but we'll see. Wow, that card is so strong. I can't do it though. I gotta take the tail swipe. Yikes. I don't have any of the Death Touchers, so tail swipe isn't as good as it normally would be. We also have a pretty low to the ground deck, so the tail swipe again, not fantastic. Do love this card. But we are way away from being able to deal with that in terms of casting it. So, me. Hello, come on. All right. 23, 22, 21, 20. So 3 playables, probably 4 because I probably run 16 lands with this deck. Depending on whether we get some large creatures to follow this up with. Ideally, I want more removal. And maybe 1 or 2 top end, I guess. Or and like a protection spell for this, Shauna. There's a top end. All right. Wow, look at the red. Firebrand and Lightning Strike. Jeez, there's another Cavalier too, obviously, for the Shauna, but I'm going to grab the Mossbeard. It's protection from flood a little bit, so it also gains 5, so there's that. Really, I mean, this is another one that would be a 5/6 flyer at 7. I don't think I want... I'm so not unimpressed with that card. I could take the Artillery Blast. I could take the Vine Shaper Prodigy. I'm going to take this for now. I might not run it. But I think the 2-drops are better than the Vine Shaper right now, because at 4 I'd need a blue source, and blue is the splash. Alright, Shore Up is interesting. There's also a Haunted Mire so that I can kick the Missionary as well. It does help with Domain. Shore Up I don't think is interesting enough, though, because you have to get it and the blue source and the Shauna. That's the main thing I'm interested in protecting. So I'm going to grab the land. I'm going to pull the Wooded Ridgeline out for now. I think we don't necessarily need to have a mountain to run this deck yet, as of yet anyway. Badger. Fires is good. Alright, we'll take a Badger. I may or may not run it. There's another Wooded Ridgeline. There's a Colossal Growth and a Flame Worm. Okay. I think I'm going to take the bigger card here. All right, here's a Gaia's Might. I will grab that now. Impulse good. Berserker's good. Vine Shaper Prodigy's good. Okay. Might run that grotto, I'm not sure. Pixie, okay. To Inferno over Broken Wings. Huh. Okay, this one's a bit of a mess, but I mean, it's good. It's got good stuff in it. I'm just not sure where it's actually going. Let's see about this grotto. Okay. I also wish it had a little more unconditional removal. Obviously, I wish I'd gotten like the prayer thing, the three and a white enchantment removal from white. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. So the weakest of these are the Faithbonder and Sleeper. Probably the Bog Badger. I don't really like the Acolyte. The Worm is okay. So these are the weakest of them. They're not bad. They're just weak, comparatively. Join Forces and the Scout are the weakest of the spells. I only have to cut 2 cards. And this is interesting. The only mana sink I have, obviously, is Shanna herself if I gain life, and the Charismatic Vanguard. But I do have the Hydromancer and Mossbeard Ancient at 7. So I think this did become a 17 land deck. I do think I put back the Elfane Worm or the Acolyte. Maybe not both. And then I think I try to keep the curve low after that. I think I have to have the Join Forces, even though I'm not a huge fan of it as a combat trick. So I have 2 things in the air already. This is so low powered for that. It's probably... I think we keep the Scout. It does put a couple... If I hit it on 5, it does put a couple of tokens into play that the Tsar can maybe pump. So I don't have any mass pump besides the Vanguard and the Tsar. So I don't have like a charge. And I don't have like King Darien or anything like that. So they're not as effective as they would be otherwise, but I think it's okay. To have just those 2 forms of mass pump. I think I'm really trying to figure out whether I want to Shalai's Acolyte for a 5 mana 3/4 flyer, plus the potential of later pumping it once. Or the Elfane Worm, which has trample. I think flyers might be the way this needs to go. But it's a little close. I think the Bog Badger does come in on the off chance. It's a 3-mana 3/3, which is, you know, a fine stat and limited. But also there's that chance that we get to give everything menace and actually get through for lethal. So, the next thing, because this has enlist and we have a Tsar, I think I have to have that. And I think we cut the Elfame and the Benelish Sleeper. And it might be to my benefit to put the other Faithbonder in just because we have the Tsar. But I'm not sure what other 2-drop I would take out for it. I could take out the Join Forces for it, but... Huh. And there is always the option, because we do have the Brawler, Nishoba Brawler, and the Zaro Janan, to put in the red-green mana source so that we just have a little bit more of domain. It doesn't hurt us that much, except that it is another tap land, and this deck is fairly aggressive. We didn't get the Mass Pump spell with the green-white Mass Pump spell, which is kind of sad. Is this what I should put in over something? Could be Scout. The blue is not the most important thing. Nor are the yeah. I could take out the Scout and put in the Faithbonder. Nah, I think I do want to be able to find that blue for the Shana, and for the Hydromancer for now. I think this is just how I run it. Okay, so let me see whether I want to put in this Wooded Ridgeline. I already have 4 tap lands. That's a lot for an aggro deck. But it helps the Might, it helps the Brawler, and it helps the Tsar. Arg. Ugh. I don't have a basic swamp, so the Scout the Wilderness is not... I don't want to put a basic swamp in. So the Scout the Wilderness is not actually going to be able to find a swamp. I think my mana won't allow that. It won't allow me to put a swamp in. So, This is the question, though. 5, 6, 2, 4... So many tap lands for not a lot of reward. So I don't think I put the Wooded Ridgeline in. I just don't think that's worth it. So, let's take a look at the ratio here. So that's going to be 8 sources of green, 5, 6, 7, 8 sources of white, 3 sources of blue. Don't think we need 3 sources of blue. I do know that this has the kicker, but we can always just play it as a 3/2 if we absolutely have to. This is the blue that we want. I'm just going to put 1 source of blue in there, and I'm going to put 1 more source of white in there because we do have a double white at 3. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And 2 blue sources and 2 black sources. Hopefully this is okay. I mean, I could put a black source in there instead of the 1 white, but we need the white and the green. So I think this is correct. Let's run this, see how it goes. I'm probably agonizing over this way too much. I apologize. It is late. All right, here we go. Ugh. Okay. So, the interesting thing here is whether, if I draw another 2-drop, it's most likely that I'll hold this until after this and put the +1/+1 counter on it. If I don't, I probably will play this out first. It depends on what they do. Yeah, I think I just need to start getting pressure on the board, especially since we're flooding out. Dear Lord. Alright. Happy for this trade. It's my 2 investment for their 3. They did get to scry, but so be it. Rather have Shauna out with this, but too bad. We're officially flooded. Line wall, okay. Interesting, okay. Line shaper, no kicker. Okay. Arena. What the fuck, dude? And end the turn. Alright, here we go. Land drawing. The Gathering. That's a problem. Sometimes I'm very confused why I play this game. Alright, so we're gonna block Nile and go for the Guy's Might. We've got no other option. I'm assuming that this is not going to work out. This whole game has been really sad anyway. So they didn't get to rearrange the top of their library. And maybe I draw something interesting? But they will still get to hit me next turn. But yeah, this is just too many lands to win a game of Magic. Too few spells. I mean, that's not a bad draw. But they will get to hit me with Nile. There are some draws that get me out of this. If they don't have counter spells, next turn if I draw the 7 mana 5/5, sorry, the 5 mana, is it 7 mana 7/7 that gains 5? That would be a good start. Drawing Shauna and be able to play Shauna into the Cavalier would be good. Alright, this Cavalier. So the shore up, if I play the join forces on the Cavalier and the Phyrexian Missionary, they have to use their shore up on the L, but they still kill my thing, so not great. That's why I'm not a huge fan of this trick. It's not as good as it seems on first glance. Let's hope that they can't save both, though, because I am actually going to do this. I'm going to make them use their shore up. If they have a counterspell, obviously this is not going to work, but... And if they have a second pump, obviously. And land, 5 spells. So we're at 28% to draw a land. And they're having card selection every turn. Three. What can I draw? Again, the 7/7. The Acolyte. Shauna. Okay, Arena says no. Says absolutely not. All right, now they have the 5 colors. Yes. So we just lose to the Nile. Because they're going to get to draw they're going to look at the top 5 and pick any of those to get. So I probably can save us time and go to the next game. I just want to see what my next draw is, I think. Raph is a nice one. I'm still dead because they're going to activate the Raph. But Arena has determined that we shall not win this game. Alright, so they have a fight spell. And we concede. Yay. Okay. So, we go to the next one. And we hope to not draw all of our lands before we draw actual spells. Alright, let's get to the next one. There was no chance in hell that we could win that game. Not with that draw. So I am going to have to consider 16 lands. I don't think it's correct, though, because we do have effectively 2 7-drops and 2 5-drops. We also have a mana sink in the form of the 5-mana pumper. Mass pumper, but see how it goes. Alright, no white sources. That's cool. Mulligan. Alright, this is a fine hand. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to put the bite down away and be really unhappy if I really wanted to kill something and be sad. Alright, so Sunlit Marsh. I believe I'll go into the Night of Dawn's Light on the 2nd. Put some pressure down on the next turn. I don't think I play the Missionary out. Even if I don't get an untapped land from the Cavalier, I think I just play the Haunted Mire and attack. Brawler, okay. So I do get an untapped land. So I'm going to go next to combat and attack with this. I should let it through because I can pump it. Unless they want me to spend my entire turn on it, which is totally fine. That is cool. In that case, we play out the Haunted Mire so that the next turn we have 4 mana up. I'm surprised that they did that. The Brawler's very, very good. Maybe they didn't see the Sunlit Marsh. I don't know. I'm confused. But here we go. So the first thing we do is attack with a Knight. It does have first strike. We won't need to pump it. Go next to first strike damage, and then we play the Mythic Cavalier. There are 2 and pass the turn. One more mana gets us the Acolyte. Cavalier is bricked by that to some degree, although I could run the Join Forces. Do I want to do that? Super Soap becomes 3/3. It would still kill the Cavalier. So let's just go next to the attack. Oh, land for the Tsar or the Acolyte next turn would be really cool, but we can still attack with the Knight. Okay. I will activate ability once. And I will activate ability again. That's not gonna work. Yeah, the way that sequence is, as long as I could activate it one more time, I still didn't have 5 combined, right? I had 3 and 3, which is 6. So, yeah. But they did force me to use the double activation. Alright, there's another land. So now we're gonna get the Tsar out, I think. We only have 3 types of land right now, just Abzan. So the Acolyte wouldn't get pumped anyway, because it's 4. But the Mesa can next turn. So I am going to play this out. The Missionary we have to get it back anyway. I'm going to attack with this and pass the turn. They may have removal for the Tsar again. We have the Missionary to get it back, potentially. Okay. So, I can't make it indestructible. But I can attack with all 3 of these, which is not a great set of blocks for them to have. So I am going to do that. I can, based on how they block, do some cool stuff. If they block the Tsar, the Gardener with the Tsar with the Gardener, they're going to lose a mana source, which they've been a little bit tight on mana here, so that's not the worst for me. So I'm going to go next to first strike damage. And next to damage. And I'm going to play out my Flyer here instead of the Missionary. But that does put them off a mana. And I do have now 6 power Flyer in the air. Flyers in the air, so that's pretty nice. And a 3/3 first striker on the ground, which is lovely. And then we have the Join Forces in hand. Plus, if we draw a land, we can keep up the Join Forces and use the Root Weaver to pump something. Pause here feels like Bone Splinters. Urborg, okay. Okay, so I didn't draw land, so I'm not going to be playing this out first. I am going to be going next to combat, attack with all 3. We have effectively 10 damage with the Join Forces on the 2 Flyers, so I'm not going to be using it. It's not lethal. We'll see how they block. Wait, what? Okay, so I'm going to let first strike damage resolve and hold full control. First strike damage, and then I'm going to try to win. Okay. It didn't block at all, which was interesting. All right. Okay, claim prize. Try and play. That was better. We didn't get too flooded there. That was really nice. We got all the colors of mana that we needed at the time. We didn't get any blue, but we didn't get any blue cards to play, so that was pretty nice. Everything we had, we could play. So, very happy about that. And I think our opponent is it might be a little bit newer, and props to them. They drafted what looks like a good deck. I like a lot of the cards that they used. I think some of the mechanics of the timing of Magic haven't quite settled in yet, and they are complicated, and obviously there are lots that I don't know about. Crazy cool stuff that I'm still learning and will eventually learn. So there's some really cool stuff about the timing of that. What is it? It wasn't Cast Down, was it? Is that what it's called? No, something else. Maybe that's it. But anyway, that destroys target creature with combined power and toughness 5 or less. They thought it would work there because I hadn't. But as long as I could pump it again in response, that the way the stack works, that would resolve first. So it would become a 3/3. Then it was no longer a legal target for that card. And then the final pump, the pump that I originally put it on, would resolve. So it would become a 4/4, as you saw. All right. No green sources. I think I risk it, because I do have a 2 into 3. I think I play the beachfront out first. I think I mute this, because it's annoying, even though I can't hear it right now because I don't have the things. Oh, nice. Okay, so then we play a forest. We play the Juniper Order Root Weaver to give them a target for something early. And then we play the Shauna out into the Cavalier and hope the Shauna doesn't die before we can play it. This would be my first time. Oh, wait, but draw X cards. Yeah, okay. Okay, so... Hi, cat. Brawler's so good. And it fights the Shauna really well if they have a bite. This is actually interesting. Because even if I play the Mesa afterwards, if I didn't draw an untapped land, I can't draw the one card. Oh, this is brutal. Like, and if they have a lightning strike, it just dies. I don't have anything to protect it here. Gaia's Might would be the only thing I would be looking for to protect it, or join forces, which would be way more time. I think I run it out and ask them, do they have an answer for it right away? I really hope not. It would be so much fun to play with this card and actually get it to work. That's not usually my life, though. But I do have one way to get it back. So, all right. All right. If I draw an untapped land here, I can draw a card. Okay. What I can do is Citizens Arrest the Brawler here. And attack with a Root Weaver. And then next turn I can draw a card off this. I think that's... I mean, I can also just arrest this and attack for 5 and gain 3. But arrest on this is really not where I want to be. So I'm going to do this. Hope they don't have a shore up. Attack with this. Huh, okay. If they have another black source and another one of these, I'm going to regret this, but I think this was correct. Okay. We're going to get to draw 2 cards. This is kind of cool. I get to do something. Now, the more efficient play is this, of course. But this seems like fun. Okay, that's how it works. All right. Nice. Okay, that was really lovely. I got to do it once. I'm so happy. All right. Rada. Nice. Okay. so... Missionary could get back Root Weaver, but that's not great. Scout gets me another land and gets 2 1/1s to block the thing that Rada pumps, which is pretty good. But this also gets pressure on in the air. But one more turn and I can make it even bigger. So I think it is actually just going to be next to combat, attack with this. And then do this. Find the blue source in case somehow they destroy my beachfront. And then next turn I can play the Acolyte as a 5/6. And it worked, okay. It didn't attack, okay. Alright. So we are gonna do that. And attack with this. Yep. Can get that back with a missionary. Then we have another lifelinker online. Ooh, Nile, huh? Okay. That's a lot of land. So I can't attack profitably anymore. So let's missionary. Grab this back. Just play a 3/4, but I don't think that's worth it. I don't think they have discard, so I am going to play this out. And I'm not going to attack. Beginning of my end step only, so the missionary when blocked doesn't do that. They're going to be able to look at the top cards. They're not going to be able to draw. So, one is going to go on top, but they don't have full domain, so they can't draw it. So I'm going to be playing this out. 1 top, 3 bottom. Okay. I'm going to be suiciding the missionary in, I think. Especially if I draw a pump spell would be really cool. Ooh, and that's nice too. But 5, 6, 7 plus 2. Ooh, nice. Okay. Let's do that. Wait, no, stop. What do you do? What? Okay. They hadn't lost yet. But maybe I'm just being weird. Maybe they saw the inevitability. I don't know. Or what was on top of their deck wasn't good. Okay. I don't know. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I got to do it once. I'm really happy. I probably played incorrectly in order to do so, but it was fun. So... Alright. Ficus, and it's a Renin 7. Nice. Okay, it's a really nice start. We can go Neshoba Brawler into Bite Down, or we can do Knights into that, so let's keep it. Don't know that this is getting cast for a while, but oh, or that. Okay. Please don't mana screw us this time. Sheevan Reef, okay. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm gonna run this out. If that gets countered, so be it. I think I'd rather have this resolve. They will have to pay 1 life to counter it. So, they did Essence scatter it. We can do the Knight next turn. Ouch. Oh, come on. Returns without land. Alright. If we start drawing lands, we're doing pretty well. If we don't draw, like, because this can fetch us the blue source for the Shana. If we don't start drawing lands, though, we're in deep, deep doo-doo. Where's the monster that comes out of these? I could have sworn there was a monster that comes out of this. eventually. Maybe not anymore. Wow, that's wow. 4 draws, no land. Alright, I'm assuming they have a trick here. Absolutely. That's not a problem for us currently. I did draw them a card, which is nice for them. I really just need a land. Okay, come on, deck. Nice. Land, please. For me. Yes. Okay. I'm not dead yet. I'm almost dead. Am I the aggressor here? I don't think so. It'll be 3 on the swing back. And I'm just going to... They have too much mana. I'm on the defensive now, I think. This deck wants to be the aggressor, so that's a problem. I assume they have removal, but... I'm gonna go for it. I don't really have an option. I mean, what's the other play? Like a freaking Vanguard, right? Oof, Tatyova. Yeah, we're gonna lose to Flyers. It's gonna be a shame. Although Bite Down with the Shana on the Tatyova is actually really good if it resolves. I'm gonna take 8 here. And the Shalai's Acolyte is actually a problem. God, this deck's deserved better than this. Drawing 12 land and then drawing 2. And it's 2 losses so far. Well, I haven't lost yet, but I'm assuming I will. I don't think there's much I can do. No attacks. That can't be right. All right, I've got to try this. This is going to potentially go really poorly. Oh, it worked. So at the end of the turn, I get to pay 2. I'm gonna have to discard, but I'm gonna get potentially lands. You're way out of my time here. So next turn, we have 4 mana plus a beachfront or 5 mana total. Ooh, Codex is so good. Oh, drawing extra card per turn. Yeah, it is. We're too far behind. It was so close, and that worked out, which was so nice, but I think we're way too far behind. But maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm wrong. If they continue to play timidly, then maybe. Okay. So I can draw a card. Or I could draw a lot. I think drawing a card is okay because I'm just working up to this Mossbeard Ancient. And I already have this 2 life here off this to be able to draw next turn. But maybe I was just supposed to draw all the cards there. I don't think so. I think I'm supposed to build out the board because they're going to start building out the board, and that's going to be rough for me. Oh, wow. Okay, we're just doing acolytes.deck. But still not attacking. Okay, there's a black source. That makes the Gaia's Might even better. We have some tricks now. I do have the 7 to play the Ancient. Bye-bye Cavalier or Root Weaver. I haven't seen it pause for any reason, so I don't think I have any reason not to run out the Ancient next turn. Alright. So the Haunted Mire can come down along with the Acolyte next turn, or I can play the Plains and the Acolyte and leave up the Gaia's Might. Or I can Hydromancer the Ancient and leave up the Gaia's Might. Currently, they deck before we do. Okay. Okay. Provided nothing happens to the Acolyte, we have a pretty good chance this game. Even if something does, there's also still a chance, because now we have all these combat tricks. So... And I mean, and we can also, like, double the Ancients or double the Acolyte, depending on whether they survive. Sure. I think they might also have another piece of removal if they felt like they could wait for the 7 damage on the Ancient and then remove the Acolyte. I'm not sure. This is gonna be an interesting turn. Venice. Okay. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 exactly. They attack with everything, but then I can block with the Shauna on one and the other. I think we just do this. Close. I don't really want to lose the knight, but I'd rather not lose the Shauna either, because it has, especially with pump spells in hand. They must have removal though. I would think. Alright. So they have 13 damage. If I Hydromancer the Moss Spirit, I gain 5. Not quite enough. And then I can't Cavalier as well. So let's go next to combat. Okay. So let's hold thing. Let's resolve. Oh, but it was kicked. So the stun counter means that even if I try to untap them, it's not gonna work. Okay, I think they have me here then. Okay, so next to attackers, no attacks. Hydromancer the Mossed Beard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm so close to being able to do this too. All right. So I can pay, take action, pay 2. Ah, oh, that's so close. Okay. I should still be dead. It depends on what they attack with. Oh, this one was close. Even though we were at 2 mana for so long. This was way closer than it should have been. They should have had us dead years ago by attacking with the Acolytes earlier. Remember that this join forces is not going to work. It's going to just take the 1 counters off of it so that they do untap next turn. Yeah. Yeah, as long as they attack with everything, I am dead. So, this is not going to work. We know this. It's gonna remove those. Mesa Cavalier here. Choose blockers, this here and this here, and die. Yeah, this was just being at two cards, the entire two lands the entire first part of the game. That was really, really sad. So we've lost game to flood of like 12 lands and like 4 spells, and now we've lost to 2 lands and like a million spells in the beginning. But we had a game despite the fact that because they allowed it. Like, they should have attacked earlier and they should have just crushed us with their 5/6 earlier. They should have just been attacking with it. They played way too safely. So it really shouldn't have been a game, but it was anyway. All right, so let's see what we can do here. This isn't ideal, but we'll try it. I'm gonna run the Sunlit Marsh out first because we do have the forest here. If I don't get anything to do, I probably will hold this until turn 3, and then we'll just play the Radiant Grove out on turn 2. Let's mute the bat. Mute is okay. All right, I do get something to play, so we'll play the Knight on turn 2. Oh man, they have that. Ugh, gross. Okay. Alright, so next turn we can play the Root Weaver and put a counter on itself. Most likely. Now remember, this is a fight, not a punch. So it doesn't work on the Death Toucher. Happily. We'd lose our Root Weaver as well. Hopefully I find more stuff to do. It'd be really cool. That is definitely more stuff to do. I like it. Cavalier. Attack. Looks like they have blue and they're looking for it. Looking for an island. Or white. Okay, a blue source, period. Okay. This. Go next to combat. All attack charge. -2, -2. Do I Gaia's Might here. I think I do the join forces. It wasn't kicked, so... And end the turn. This is cheaper, so I want to save it for a combat trick later. It does give +3. This did more damage at the same time for both. Okay. Resolve. It's a lot of gardeners. Pixie. Okay. It's annoying. Because it... But I can kill it with a tail swipe and get through. Yikes. Okay. No blue source yet. Next. Attack. I guess I play the Hydromancer out. This is not ideal, but I don't think I want to hold it up. I think just going a little wide here is important, because if they use the Gardeners to tap down to cast something, it's possible I can get in. What I would like to draw is Citizen's Arrest, Bite Down, Bog Badger, Czar, etc. Okay, one card in hand. Jesus. I want to draw the Moss Spirit Ancient. I'm gonna keep this card in hand in case they have the, like, Phyrexian draw 2, discard 1. This is... Do I want to trade my 3 mana and 3 mana for theirs? For the Gardeners? That might be, because they don't have any red source yet besides the Pixie. Does an empty board favor me or them? I don't think we attack this turn. I think we wait for like a bog badger would be really nice. That's a good one too. Now I will play that out. Mm-hmm. Okay. Raven Man. Okay. There's the badger. A little late. I can only do 3 with this, so it wasn't lethal. I'm gonna play this out. I think it's more important to have the mass pump. And if they want to use the Raven Man, they have to tap it to make me discard this. They get a 1/1 that can't block. So that should be game. It's very close anyway. Yeah, because all of these are lethal. All 4 of them are lethal with the Charismatic Vanguard activated. Yeah. Okay. That should do it. All right. That one was looking a little hairy because they were coming back. They were doing a good job of coming back with the life gain and things like that. I think this deck is better than it's been drawing, obviously. I think it's one of the weaker archetypes to some degree. I think I mean, unless you get tokens with it and a lot of those sorts of synergies. But we did the best we could with, I think, the drafting position we were in. Mostly happy about that, I think. All right. Sorry, I'm reviewing that game in my head. It's I think I made the right decision overall. Yeah. All right. It's a nice opener with a brawler in 3 colors. 4 colors, sorry. Wow. All right. Let's hope they can't kill it. Ah. All right, so marsh into forest into brawler. Hope they can't kill the brawler. Into island into badger. I probably do block here. They might have +1/+1 and indestructible. Alright, so first I play this out. Then I go next to combat. Then I go all attack charge. Next to blockers. Next to damage. And then, yeah, I do think that... I mean, I could play the Faith Bond or keep the Gaia's Might up. That's actually not a bad play. That's probably correct, actually. Because then we can keep both the Tail Swipe and the Gaia's Might up. And I think that's actually right. Dang. All right, that means that it wasn't... then I probably should have played the Badger. Damn. How do I want to do this? I can't kill it in response because fighting won't work to kill it. So I can't prevent them from scrying too. This, however, is more likely to resolve, so I'm just going to have these fight. So that the Bonder can get in. I'm gonna Bog Badger the next turn. Not gonna give Menace, because we don't need to. And go next and attack. Darn, that was not what I wanted to see. Like, of all the kill spells, I wanted to see something that did damage, right? Or was an enchantment. I thought I had all my angles covered, but I hadn't. A shame. Alright, so next to combat, enlist, 1 attacker, choose this. It doesn't change how the attack goes. So it's 4, do that. Play this. And end the turn. They are stuck on mana, notably. This is like the other game that props to them for sticking with it as long as they did, even through some scry. One assumes that they couldn't find land, even through the scry, which was really, really unfortunate, and I feel bad. Yeah, that's just as you know. It's proof that it does... We do want to notice when it does happen to other people as well, because, you know, it always feels like it happens to us, but it does happen to other people as well. It feels like it doesn't happen as often, always, but that's confirmation bias and reasons. Okay, I don't like this hand. Does have some good removal in it. But these are pure bears. Just have one blue source. Opponent goes first. Keeping this hand could... I think I keep it. I don't think I can justify going down one with this hand, but I'm gonna hope that we draw some relevant cards. That's not a relevant card here. And opponents have been on the play a lot, and I'm kind of sad about that, not gonna lie. Alright, so we do play this. I really do want to find a forest here. Alright. That'll do too much damage to us if I just let it go. Shit. Okay. Sadness. Green, we do have 8 sources of. So if I block this, they can pay the 2 to return that. Fuck. Alright. They had a negate. That is unlikely, usually. No, people won't usually main deck that. There's a terror. Okay. So, here's a destroy evil. Yeah, I don't think we're getting this game. For whatever reason, Arena has decided lands are not a thing that we can have in the right quantity or the right colors. So, highly unfortunate. Oh, you are just so mean right now. This is too little too late. We're gonna play it out. Obviously, I'm gonna try to get there, but I don't see it happening. Oh, they didn't click on the second thing. I'm so sorry. It's not going to make a difference, I don't think. On the other hand... Hmm. I can land this Mossbeard Ancient and then double it with the Hydromancer. The Necromancer is still going to be a problem, but there's a possibility. One top. Oh shit. Okay, that's actually great. I mean, they topped something, so I assume it's removal, and that's going to be shitty for me, but at least we played a game. I mean, I was so worried it wasn't going to be a game at all. Wow, they have a lot of recursion. Okay. So I need to let them return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. They don't have anything that I care about right now. Except for maybe Shield Wall Sentinel, but I don't want them to get back to Necromass. So we play the Knight out. We play the Cavalier out. Gain 3. Play the Root Weaver and put a +1/+1 counter on the Cavalier. And we don't attack. Oh, we got Vohar back. Okay. Because the repossession. That makes sense. I need to kill that. How do I kill that? I have used some Bite Down and Tail Swipe already, and the Citizen's Arrest, and the Destroy Evil. I don't think I actually have anything left. Gaia's... No, just Pump. Okay. Okay. Let's ditch this so that we can grab that if we draw the... Like, I grab that or Shauna if I wanted to, if I drew the thing. Keep getting back Bone Splinters. Interesting. I don't think I would have... I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, Coral Colony. That makes sense. Resolve. We do play this. One, two, three, four. And this, okay. Are we on the mill plan for them? There's a second wall, so mills 2 per turn. Bohar. There's the missionary. Oh, the badger. No. Badger would have been good. I think I'm supposed to copy a cavalier. Because I don't think I'm getting through on the ground. But it doesn't change the clock much. Let's see. Vohar can get back bone splinters. But that means that the chain is gone. They don't get the Urborg again. Yeah, this is gonna be a little too tight with the mill, I think. I mean, if I attack here, well, they double block here and double block there. No, there and there. And I kill a wall, but I mill a little bit slower. I don't... Ooh, Urtai. Okay. There's Zar. Okay. Oof. 11 cards. Copy the Mesa. If I copy the Mesa, I can't do both of these. But I think it is still copy the Mesa. Mm-hmm. too. This is interesting. They might mail us out. Let's see. Gaia's Might, I guess, is what I'm looking for, and the Acolyte. And the Charismatic Vanguard. There's actually 3 cards that would be really good for us. Ugh. This one's close. They're milling themselves out too, though. Next turn, I think, is the all-out attack. No! Vanguard, dang. Alright. Okay, so yeah, I think I have to, like, draw Gaia's Might next turn. Although if they don't find a flyer here, I can win. Because the Tsar tapping kills them with the Cavaliers. Yeah. So if they have something for one of my 3/2 flyers, I can't remember whether they got back the tribute. They didn't. Not killing 2 walls. Yep, they die. Okay. Okay. Whoa. That was a game. Holy hell. Okay. Okay. 5 wins. All right. That was a game. Whew. Yikes. Ugh. Woof. All right. Wee. All right, it's chocolate time. I feel like this spot on my head is like a pimple under the skin. Don't know if any of you get those, but it's annoying. That's what I feel like it is, but I've never really had a pimple there since I was tiny, so it feels just like a giant red area, not like actually like a pimple. So maybe it's just like irritated or a bug bite. I don't know. I have no idea. But hopefully it'll go away after a few days. Alright, here we go. I have chocolate. Of a hand. Faith Bonder to Root Weaver's a really nice start. There's a lot on play. Ooh, Brawler into Root Weaver is even better. Ah! Alright. Ellis is mean. Oh, it's the walls deck. We're gonna die. Please don't have Chaplain. I'm sure they have Chaplain. It's so sad. Ooh, even like not even better, but like a really good card. Okay. I need lands. Yep, so they're gonna get the Ellis back. As a 2/2 zombie with vengeance, what's it? So I'm actually just gonna kill this. That was a nice start for OP. Good stuff there. Oh god. Okay, we're just going against mono rares. Let's I don't think this is gonna go anywhere. Alright, so I can't kill Danitha, so that's gonna cost me the game pretty much. I don't see us winning from here. This will be our final loss, but that means that we get to go to the next in the series, so there we go. I mean, I could have put the counter on the Root Weaver to block the Ratadrabic. That wouldn't have been bad. Baird and take what? Really? What? Wait, you're Mardu? What? This is a thing. Huh. That's not gonna be enough. Yeah. I might be able to surprise the Ratadrabic. But I'm going to lose this. There is no... I don't think there's any coming back from this whatsoever. Oh, gross. Okay. I can just tap it down. Yep. Concede. Okay, so There was no way in hell. Unless I found like the exile, you know, thing, but they've coughed rares at us, and there's not really much we can do about that. On a nice curve, beautiful deck, love it. 5 wins, not bad. Not what I would like for this deck. I think this deck could have gone all the way, but again, 2 of our losses were just to mana whatsoever, like completely to mana. This one was just, they crushed us, they destroyed us, and good for them. That was awesome. Nice to watch on the opponent's side of the table. But we had some really good games this one. I was really happy with that. So that's our video today. Like and subscribe if you like it. Sorry about my salt with all the mana issues. Oh, that's always gonna happen. I apologize. I hope you are as salty as I am about them as you're watching. But apologies if it's irritating. I love to play me some Magic, and you know, games like that where we just lose, that's cool. It's a game. But ones where we just don't get to play, that's sad, you know. So can't wait to see you for the next one. And I will stop recording here, and I'm just so excited to see more, and I'll really commit to doing this as often as I can so that we can get to that mythic status. All right. Cheers. Mwah, I love you all. All right. Stop recording.